Hello everybody, my name is Jigdish. In today's session, we would study about the interplanar spacing and the crystal structure of sodium chloride. What is the interplanar spacing of lattice planes? Here, we know that the lattice plane is nothing but a line joining the lattice points. So we have number of lattice points in a crystal. So we can draw any type of a lattice planes along horizontal direction or vertical direction or in a slant position. But so in a particular crystal, the lattice planes are always parallel to each other. So if it may be horizontal, then all the planes are like this, that is horizontal direction, all the planes are parallel to each other. The interplanar spacing means the distance between the two consecutive lattice planes. The interplanar spacing, which is the separation between the set of parallel planes formed by the individual cells in lattice structure. The distance between the two lattice planes can be denoted by small d. Now we have to derive an expression for the interplanar spacing. So what is d value? To know that, so first we have to consider the two planes. So in the diagram we are not showing the two planes here. Suppose consider the one plane is at the point O and another plane is parallel to that, and we have considered only the 3 points on the lattice planes. Let us see how to draw this diagram. To find out the distance between the two lattice planes, we are considering this diagram. Here, so we have drawn the 3 axes, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and we have to take a point on this axis, that is along x and y plane and y and z plane and z and x plane. So we have drawn some planes here. So we have to represent a point, so which is in blue color. So that is nothing but the distance between the two planes. So we have to take this as small d. First we have to represent the point A, B and C, and that distance, the origin is O, and the interplanar spacing is d. And so we have to take the angles, that is the angle between the ON and OA is alpha, angle between ON and OB is beta, angle between ON and OC is gamma, where alpha, beta, gammas are the angle made by this interplanar spacing. Here let H, K, L are the Miller indices, let A, B, C are the intercepts. The coordinates of A is A bar H, comma 0 and 0. Here the coordinates of B is 0, B by K and 0. Coordinate of C 0, 0 and C by L. Now take it as this, let cos alpha, cos beta and cos gammas are the direction of the line ON, so which represents the direction. What is a cos alpha? So find out the cos alpha in the diagram. Here the cos alpha can be written as, that is ON by OA. ON is nothing but, that is a small d. OA, so we have to take it as, that is the coordinate of x-axis. So coordinate of A is nothing but, that is, so we already mentioned here, that is A by H. So substitute cos alpha is equal to ON by OA, ON is equal to OA into cos alpha, ON is nothing but small d, OA is nothing but A by H, and cos alpha is written the same thing. Take it as equation number 1. Similarly, the O cos beta, that is ON by OB. So we get D is equal to B by K cos beta, cos gamma, that is ON by OC. D is equal to C by L cos gamma. So from the diagram, so easily we can extract this. We know that from the geometry, that is cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. So previous expressions we can find out the cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. So that can be written as dH by A. So cos beta is equal to dk by B, cos gamma is equal to dl by C. Substituting in the above equation, so we have to square for dh by A, that is d square h square by A square, plus d square k square by B square, plus d square l square by C square. So in that equation we have to take d square as a common factor. Then we get h square by A square plus k square by B square plus L square by C square is equal to 1. Now just to rearrange the term, d square is equal to 1 by h square by A square plus k square by B square plus L square by C square. Here, so we have taken a cubic system. In a cubic system, we know that is A is equal to B is equal to C. Suppose if you take any rectangular system, or if you take a paralleloparallel, so then the equations remains the same. But we have derived the general expression for a cubic expression. For a cubic system, we have to take it as A is equal to B is equal to C. Then the equation reduces to, then D is equal to root of A square, it becomes A, and A by, that is root of h square plus k square plus L square. So which gives the expression for the interplanar spacing. By using this formula, we can find out the distance between the two planes. The crystal structure of a sodium chloride. The sodium chloride has the face-centered cubic structure. In a face-centered cubic structure, so there are the two possibilities of a voids. Voids means that is a hole, or that is an empty space in between the atoms. Here we have two types of the voids, that is the tetrahedral and octahedral. In tetrahedral void, it is for diamond structure. If we see the diamond structure, we will get the tetrahedral void. But in sodium chloride, it has a octahedral void. So in between that, so in between the three atoms, there is a small hole or a gap or empty space, that is called as the tetrahedral void. So this is not for sodium chloride structure. Now we have to study about the octahedral void. In octahedral void, so we can place the four atoms like a square, and so we can place in front and back, there are the 6 atoms. So after that we will get a central empty space that can be filled with sodium. Here the atomic radius of the sodium atom is 0.98 angstrom. Atomic radius of a chlorine atom is 1.81 angstrom. So dividing those two, so we will get an atomic radius fraction, that is 0.54. The atomic size of the chlorine atom is more than the sodium atom. Therefore, the chlorine atoms occupies at the corners. Here, the crystalline structure of sodium chloride is a face-centered cubic. So first we have to find out the total number of the atoms present in a 1 unit cell of a sodium chloride lattice. That is found to be 8. This includes the 4 sodium atoms and 4 chlorine atoms or ions. What we are observing here, this is the structure of the sodium chloride. So in this structure we know that at the corners there are the chlorine atoms, In a face centered, there is a chlorine atom, but only at the edge, only at the edges. So we have the sodium atom or sodium ion. Here, so we have to find out the total number of the atoms which is contributing to that unit cell. Here, the each corner atom or the chlorine atom is shared between the 8 unit cells. Each atom in the face of the cell, so it's shared by the 2 unit cells. Then the each atom on the edge, so it's shared by the 4 cells. And there is a one more atom which is at the center of the unit cell, so that is completely contribute to this unit cell itself. Now let us see how to draw that sodium chloride structure. That looks, sodium chloride structure looks like a little bit complicated, but we have to draw the sodium chloride structure. So it is a easy method we have to follow. Just see. So first we have to draw a cube and the planes which is in between. So just we are drawing the plane. We know that the chlorine atoms are at the corners. First we have to draw that at the corners and also at the center of the faces. Now what we are observing is, so we have placed the chlorine atoms at the corners. So there are 8 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 corners, and we are placed the chlorine atoms at the center of the face. There are 6 faces and we have placed 6 atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 here in all the faces. So there are the chlorine atoms. So next we have to place the sodium atom at the edges. So first we will place the central atom. So this is the center. Now, so we are placing the center atom with a blue color, green color. Yes, we have placed the central atom as sodium, so which occupied the octahedral void, and now we have to place at the edges. So we are placed sodium atom at the edges and at the center. There are 12 sodium atoms and there are 8 plus 6, there are 14 chlorine atoms in that unit cell. The total number of chloride atoms per unit cell, how much it is contributing. So we have to add the sum of the chloride atoms at the corners and sum of the chloride atoms at the face center. The total number of the chloride atoms is, here there are the 8 corners, so each atom is shared with 8 unit cells. So it means that for that particular unit cell, each atom is contributing only 1/8 of its whole part. So then 1/8 of each atom into, there are 8 chlorine atoms at the corners. We have to multiply that. So each atom contributing 1/8 and there are number of atoms present in that unit cell is 8 at the corners. So 8 into 1/8 we will get a 1, and there are the 6 faces. So in the 6 faces, in the central atom is a chlorine. So in such case, that atom is shared with another unit cell, that is it shared with a 2 unit cells, that is 1 by 2 into 6 faces, so we will get a 3. 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. It means that the total number of atoms per unit cell is 4, which is contributed by the chloride atoms. So here, next we have to see what is the total number of the sodium atom contributing to that unit cell. Here the total number of the sodium atoms per unit cell can be calculated by the sum of the sodium atoms at the edges. So what we are observing is the red color atom is sodium, green color atom is chlorine. That red color atom, the sodium atom which is at the edge, so that is shared with the 4 unit cells. So that's why we have to take it as 1 by 4. It is each atom is contributing only 1 by 4th of its whole atom. That is, there are the 12 atoms at the edges. So we already counted that. That is, there is a 12 edges into 1 by 4. So we will get a 3 plus 1 atom is at the center, which occupied the octahedral void. That is 1. 3 plus 1, we will get a 4. Therefore, the unit cell of the sodium chloride contains the 4 chloride atoms and 4 sodium atoms. Now we have to find out the coordination number of this sodium chloride structure. What does the coordination number means? Here the number of atom, so which is coordinating with its neighboring atoms, so that one we have to find out. So here we have considered the chlorine atom at the center, the sodium atom at the center. So it is coordinating with 4 atoms. So in that plane, 1, 2, 3, 4. One atom is at the top, another atom is at the bottom. So it means that the sodium ion or atom, it is coordinating with 6 chlorine atoms. And now let us take an example of this atom. This is the chlorine atom. It is coordinating with how many atoms? Let us see. It is coordinating with the 4 atoms in that plane. 1, 2, 3, 4. One atom is at the bottom and another atom is at the top, which is not shown here. So it means that the chlorine atom is coordinating with the 6 atoms. The coordination number of the sodium with respect to the chlorine ion is 6. The coordination number of a chlorine with respect to sodium ion is 6. Similarly, so we can explain the crystal structure of the potassium chloride also. So there is no any much difference between the sodium chloride and the potassium chloride. So it also has the face-centered cubic, but the chlorine atoms are which is at the edges, and the potassium atoms are at the corners. So only that much of a difference we can find in the potassium chloride structure. So but the structure looks the same, and all the explanations and all the rules are same here. In this session, so we have studied about the derivation of the interplanar spacing, the structure of sodium chloride and the potassium chloride. Thank you all.